I broke the cup. Wait, does it fall off? It fell off! Ah! Ah! Hello again. Okay, so today we're making chocolate croissants. Sorry for all these cooking videos, but I just like baking, and so that's what we're gonna be doing for like a lot. Also, public service announcement, I'm gonna be posting more every week because since we're on our coronacation, we're just gonna be posting a lot more than I normally would. I'll normally be posting once a week on Sundays. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that's the plan. I've also gotten requests for the recipe to be posted, so I'm gonna post it like somewhere here or here, I don't know, somewhere it'll be posted, or maybe like on top of my head, I don't know. First step, in a large bowl, mix the flour, water, milk, sugar, salt, yeast, and butter. 4 cups of flour. Yeah, this makes me feel strong. Maybe I should lift weights with flour. Wow, this is quite a bit. This is a hefty, oh my god. We need more. I'm so good at making a mess. Okay, here's cup number 1. Woo! I've literally made a mess and I'm like 2 seconds into this video. That's the 4th one, or 3rd one. I don't know how to count. Yeah. And there's that. What is that? I don't know. Okay, next, mix the water, since I have a cup of water. Boink. Then next up is our milk, so that's a half a cup of milk, because I know people like to see them. So, a 4th cup of sugar. We're just gonna pour it and hopefully that works. I really hope I've already made a mess. Who am I fooling? Boom! Okay, sugar, salt. How much salt? 2 teaspoons. There we go. Now we have our salt. 1 teaspoon. 2 teaspoons. 1 package of instant dry yeast. Look at this wonderfulness. Okay, so we have a pack of yeast. Boom. And then butter. 3 tablespoons. I have a feeling this is not gonna turn out well. Now, I guess we mix it in a large bowl. Okay, so we mix. Is it just me or does like the smell of yeast make you gag? Because it makes me gag. It says once the dough starts to clump, you put it on the counter. We're gonna mix it in my hands now because that seems way easier. Hopefully it doesn't fall off. It fell off! Bruh, that's really annoying. Okay, now we just start mixing with our hands. This is actually really soft. This feels like sand, kind of. This is just butter. Like this right here is literally just butter. It's too late now. Did I like not add enough water? I feel like I didn't add enough water. Ah! We're gonna put this on a counter now. Maybe that's what we're supposed to be doing. I don't know. Okay, so quick few notes about what happened after this time lapse. So what happened, you'll notice that the dough isn't actually fully formed, and so if you go check the recipe that I linked down in the description, you'll see that the dough is more of actually a ball, and in my video, it's nowhere close to being that. You'll notice that there's a cup of ice water that was right next to me, so I started using that ice water to pour it so that 1, the butter wouldn't get warm, and 2, the water just helped the dough actually condense. The recipe didn't call for enough water, so when you're making this recipe, just have a glass of ice water right next to you and you should be good. Secondly, after the dough is fully formed and it's in a ball form and it sticks together, you're gonna put it in the fridge for an hour, which I didn't mention because I goofed. All right, so now I've been refrigerating the dough for about an hour now. Butter, so this is 1.5 cups of butter. And we're gonna cut these up into thirds and lay them out flat here. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get right into that. Is it like just me, or is butter like really hard to open without ripping the paper? Okay, and then you cut it into thirds, so like that's probably a third.
That literally was not straight.
Wow, I did not cut those like evenly at all. There's number 2. It's just sliding! Ah! Oh my gosh. No, I sound like James Charles right now. As you can see, this looks wonderful. Not really. Okay, now it's time to beat the daylights out of this. Now we beat it flat. That's what BuzzFeed says. So this needs to be a 7-inch square. So is that like 7 and 7? What if we just eyeball it? That's a good idea. We need to put these back on the butter. This is going darn great if you ask me. Okay. Is that good enough? That's probably good enough. And then we'll just cut it and roll it out some more. This needs to be 7 inches long. This is 10 inches. We need a roller. It needs to be 7 by 7. So that's 7. Do we have a Sharpie? So if this is 7. Okay, so like this stick of butter is about 7 inches. Who knew that playing around with butter was actually so hard? Okay, we'll just see you guys when this is all done, because honestly, this is a hot mess. So yeah, we'll just see y'all when this is done. All right, so now the butter is cooled down a lot, or a bit. So we're just gonna, oh, well, that ripped. So now we're gonna take the butter. Oh man, I hope this butter doesn't rip. What if we just, you know what? I think that's how we do it. I think the problem that this dough is so hard, I think the problem is because I think I over kneaded it. I think we fold it like this too, but not like as big. All right, now we're gonna roll over the seams and make sure it's a little skinnier than what it's been, because, oh no, that's sketchy. So that way it's nice and flat, so it's way easier to fold after we freeze it for yet another hour. Well, that's as good as it's gonna get. That sucks, dude. But we're gonna keep folding it, so that's good. Then we cover it in baking, whatever this is called. That didn't help. Okay, oh, this really isn't sticking. Okay, all right, now we're gonna put this in the fridge. Now that it is in the fridge, we get to wait for another hour, so we'll see y'all when that hour's done. Okay, so this is what happens when I am not enjoying the process of baking chocolate croissants and we have to film it. So I'm just giving y'all a heads up. This is why I haven't been talking, is because I was literally not enjoying this process one bit. Like, it was not fun for me. I was super stressed and I was like, this is not gonna turn out well. And so like while I'm editing this, I'm like, literally I'm not talking at all. Like, what the heck? So yeah, but basically what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna roll it out until it's 8 by like 22 inches. I'll post it on the recipe here. There we go. They're like right there. And so I'm gonna roll it out and then you fold it over itself, like the recipe will say. And then I didn't film it 2 more times, but the 3rd time you're gonna put it in the fridge overnight. So that's why I didn't film it, is because literally it's 10 o'clock and I'm still making croissants. Like, I'm so done. So yeah. We're really giving it our all here, guys. This is so much work. I'm trying to get it nice and long so we can actually fold it. Okay, we're gonna try and measure it because it has to be 8 by 24 inches. Oh my gosh, it's like 17 and a half. What's this one? And that's like, ugh, it's too thick. It's too thick. So yeah, it's a little thick, but we're gonna fix that, maybe. Well, we're not gonna fix it. We're gonna keep rolling, and then we need to make it longer, so we're gonna try and make it longer, but I also don't know how to make it less thick. So it has to be like 2 feet long. I just realized that. It has to be 2 feet. That's so long. I bet like real restaurant people can like make this super quick, and then there's me who's literally taking like over a day to make. It's freaking 24 inches, guys. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold it. It says clockwise to the left. Or so we're taking this half, folding it down to the middle, and then folding this half and folding up over the top. Okay, so now we cover it in plastic wrap and wait another hour. So cheers. Okay, so as you can see, it's like the next day. So now we just pulled this out of the fridge like a couple minutes ago, so it's been warming up just a little bit. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the saran wrap. Yeah, okay, so then we're gonna take this knife and cut it, I guess, right down the middle. And then oh my gosh, please be. And then, oh my gosh, that looks so good. Look at that. That's croissant layers. So we put one half in the fridge so that it's cool, so that the butter doesn't melt. This whole thing needs to be formed to 40 inches. Flour sets the surface. Take our dough. And now we start rolling. Yay. Okay, so I'm gonna keep rolling this, and then we'll just see you guys when it's all really long. So yeah. I goofed up again and forgot to record like what I'm doing now. So what I'm gonna be doing now is cutting the dough to actually form the croissants and roll the croissants. So yeah, that's what we're doing now. So yeah, basically just trim the edges, and so that way it's just a nice and straight line, or mostly straight, I guess. Okay, so now that we have this cut, the recipe wants you to cut the said dough into 4 individual rolls. This is so long, like this is way longer than theirs. They cut a lot off. So if this is one, that's, no, we're gonna do 1. Okay, so I kind of just drew some lines with my knife on there, so we're gonna cut it. Okay, so we're gonna put 2 pieces like that. This is a very long croissant. Oh, we need to let them rise for 2 hours? That's so much. Okay, it says a warm place to rise. What if we, you know what? We're gonna cut these in half and make them smaller. We have our croissants nice and rolled. Oh, they put an egg wash on it. So we just need 1 egg, and we need to beat it. I'm gonna put these on here. But first we need to get our egg wash. So now we have our egg. We're just gonna crack it into here. Boom, like so. And beat it. Okay, perfect. Okay, 1.5 hours is what they said. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so now we have to do that for the other croissants. Okay, so now we're just gonna repeat the same thing with this dough right here. But instead of making you guys suffer through and making y'all watch me do this, we're just gonna cut to when these are all formed and put on the tray and getting ready to rise. So we'll see y'all when that's ready. Okay, so turns out I lost the footage from when we were doing that, and I also don't have any pictures of what my croissants look like. So that's kind of frustrating, but yeah, to say the least, they were really, really good, in my opinion. They were really tasty, but the dough was just like a little bit too salty. So my recommendation is just to use less butter than what they recommend. So like maybe like instead of doing like, maybe just cut out 1/3 and set that aside or something like that. Or make more dough. But yeah, overall, it was really good. So like and subscribe.